Hello and welcome to the Acting Coach Network podcast, the place where acting coaches and theatre school owners like you come to grow your businesses, improve your coaching skills and avoid burnout while doing it. I'm your host, Savannah Madden, founder of the Acting Coach Network and principal at Madden Theatre Arts. And today I've got a special episode for you. We're getting into something that might be a little outside your usual comfort zone. Awards. Why you should enter them, what the experience is actually like, and what happened when I threw my hat in the ring. So let's get into it. Why are awards worth entering? Let me start by saying, I get it. Entering awards can feel a bit, how shall I put it? Weird, self-indulgent, time-consuming, a bit like shouting about yourself from the rooftops. And if you're anything like me, that might feel uncomfortable at first. But here's the truth. If you don't put yourself forward, no one else will. And when you do, you open yourself up to so many benefits, not just for your business, but for your confidence, your community, and your long-term growth. Here's why awards are worth your time. First up, visibility. Being shortlisted or winning makes people take notice. It puts your business in front of new eyes, families, partners, press, and other coaches. Secondly, validation. Not in a look at me way, but in a deeply satisfying, I am doing something worthwhile way. That recognition can fuel you for months when things can feel tough. And thirdly, credibility. Awards and shortlists become trust signals. You can proudly display them on your website, social media, email signature, or even in your theatre school reception or foyer where you hold your sessions. Showing your prospective families that you're not just passionate, you're proven. And reflection. The application process forces you to take stock of your journey, where you've grown, what you've overcome, how far you've come. It's like a personal and business audit in the best possible way. So now I want to share with you my awards story. So let me tell you what happened when I entered. Earlier this year, I entered my theatre school, Madden Theatre Arts, into a few categories for the ClubHub UK Awards. And for those of you who haven't heard of them, ClubHub is a national directory for children's activity providers. You can advertise your classes through their platform and they run an annual awards ceremony in Birmingham that's filled with networking, workshops and inspiration. There are 15 categories in total and you may or may not be suitable for every single one. I certainly wasn't. And I entered in for the following 3 categories. So they were Entrepreneur of the Year, Leader of the Year, and Independent Business of the Year. And some examples of other categories they had were like Supplier of the Year, Franchisor of the Year, Franchisee of the Year, things like that. I'm sure all of them are listed on their website, so you can go and take a look for yourself. So now here's the thing. I didn't make the final 5 in any of these categories, which means being shortlisted as a finalist to win the award. And that's okay. I, of course, was a bit disappointed at first, but I didn't let it stop me. I still went to the ceremony, I still celebrated the other candidates, and I still had the best day. And here's the part that completely shocked me. For the first time ever, ClubHub also introduced the top 100 children's activity providers in the UK. Hundreds of businesses applied, and at the same time of entering the awards that I mentioned previously, I also entered in to be in with a chance of being in the top 100. I wasn't expecting much. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I didn't think I was well known enough. connected enough, or visible enough in the wider industry to even be considered. But I got in. And not just in the top 100, Madden Theatre Arts was ranked sixth out of hundreds. I genuinely couldn't believe it. I thought I might, maybe if I did make it into the top 100, I'd get into the sort of 100 to 80 bracket, maybe like 96 or, I don't know, 82, something like that. But sixth, I was gobsmacked and proud, actually. Really, really proud. I said to my partner that day that I actually hadn't felt that proud of myself in such a long time. So it was a really, really big moment for me. And this was an award based on merit, independently judged across 5 key areas, which included activity benefits, safeguarding, inclusivity, community impact, and business achievements. And each section was scored out of 20 by a neutral panel of judges, giving a total score out of 100. And when I saw my name in that top 10, it was like someone had turned on a giant spotlight over all the work I've been doing quietly for years. And when I looked even closer at the top 5 candidates, they had all won their categories earlier in the day. So I felt surrounded by award winners. It was incredible. And now I'm going to tell you about what the day was like. So even if I hadn't been listed, the day itself was completely worth it. The ClubHub Awards Day was packed with connection and learning. I met other business owners who understand the exact same joys and challenges we all face. There were marketing workshops, systems advice, and inspirational keynote speakers. One of the highlights was a performance and talk from a company called Dance Syndrome. They are an inclusive dance company led by dancers with Down syndrome. Their performance was deeply moving, or the performances, I should say, and their message about inclusivity has really stayed with me. The founder of Dance Syndrome, Jen, danced a duet with her colleague and dance artist to the song Hero by Mariah Carey. And let me tell you, there was not a dry eye in the house. The performance was incredible. It was so moving, and I really, really felt something. And you obviously all know that I'm a theatre school owner and an acting coach, and I predominantly work in the acting and drama area of the performing arts, but dance is and always will be my first love, and that is where I started off in my performing arts career as a dancer. So this really hit me in ways that I can't even describe. It was just outstanding. There was also a beautiful solo from a dancer named Lucy, and she performed All That Jazz from Chicago. And it absolutely lit up the stage, and the audience were on their feet at the end, giving the dancers a standing ovation with their applause. These weren't just performances. They were reminders of why we do what we do, why our work matters, why we keep showing up. The talks that were given from Jen's parents, Malcolm and Sue, were incredible. They were so amazing and very inspiring. It was more than an award ceremony. It was a celebration of our industry. And I just want to take a moment to thank Tessa Day, who is the founder of ClubHub, for organising such fantastic keynote speakers for us all to enjoy. Now, moving on, let's talk about logistics. So I'm going to be real here. Entering awards isn't a free thing. For ClubHub in particular, you need a membership first. So you have to be a paying member in order to enter. And then there's a fee to enter the award categories. And you pay for your ceremony ticket. And if you make the final 5 in the category you've entered into, or have entered for the top 100, attendance is compulsory. So yes, there's an investment, but it's one that you can plan for, and I promise it is so worth it. And of course, you need to factor in your travel arrangements. Potentially you might need accommodation, and you might even need to take a day off work. So there are lots of things to consider, but as I say, absolutely worth it. And guess what? You don't have to wait for someone to nominate you. You can nominate yourself. Now, that used to feel really strange to me, almost a little bit needy, but now I see it as empowering. I've just had a huge mindset shift, and it's about backing yourself. Because if no one else is backing you, then you've got to back yourself, right? And if you're looking for more awards to consider, I've been eyeing up a few others for next year. So here are some ideas for you. The Best Business Women Awards, the British Small Business Awards, Woman Who Awards, What's On for Kids Awards, and the Lloyds Bank National Business Awards. And there are tons of opportunities out there. You just have to look out for them. And once you've found them, you can say yes to them. So here are my final thoughts for you today. If you're proud of what you've built, whether that's a small but mighty coaching business, a thriving theatre school, or a new idea you're just getting off the ground, enter an award. You have nothing to lose and so much to gain. And even if you don't win or get shortlisted, the process of entering will elevate your confidence, your vision, and your belief in what's possible. I'm entering again for the ClubHub Awards next year, and I hope you do too. If you've entered an award before, or you're planning to, I'd love to hear all about it. So please send me a DM on Instagram or drop me an email. And if you want more advice on awards, business growth, or anything Acting Coach life, come join us inside the Acting Coach Network community Facebook group. To become a member of ClubHub, if you aren't already, head to clubhubuk.co.uk, and you can find them on Instagram at ClubHub UK and on Facebook at ClubHub App. I'd just like to say that no one has asked me to say any of this about ClubHub or the awards. I just thought it was a really great opportunity to share my experience of the day, how I entered, and what my achievements were. So I would love for other people to experience the same. Thank you so much for listening to the Acting Coach Network podcast. I hope you're leaving today feeling inspired and ready to take the next step in your coaching journey. If you've loved this episode, be sure to hit subscribe and leave a review. It really helps get the word out to more amazing coaches like you. You can also catch extra content, tutorials and video episodes over on our YouTube channel. Just search the Acting Coach Network. You can find me on Instagram at the Acting Coach Network and under the same name for the Facebook community group. Until next time, keep showing up, keep growing, and keep doing the work that lights you up. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you in the next episode.